Welcome to Meg's Motorcycle Journey, where we explore the world on two wheels. This channel will follow me on my journey to become a better rider and explore my love of all things motorcycles. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I will be talking about the two things that I love most, aside from my children, which is riding my bike and working out. A lot of you know that I am a fitness enthusiast and have asked me about my fitness routine. So today I thought I would take a little time to show you what some of my workouts are. I will walk you through the use of an app that I really love. My favorite workouts are legs, abs, glutes. I do some back. I don't do a lot of chest and arm workouts, mainly because I'm not trying to build those muscles. I'm still very strong there from being a gymnast, and I think that as long as I can maintain, that's enough for me. So I decided to do a little bit of lower body and abs today, and I will walk you through what I do. People have also asked me about my diet. You'll be probably frustrated to know that I don't really stick to a specific diet. I try to use moderation in all things, but I allow myself treats, pretty much whatever I want. I eat cheeseburgers, I eat ice cream, I have wine when I want it, and I don't closely monitor my diet. So I know some of that is genetic. And so I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for diet, but hopefully you learned something about my fitness routine. Hey guys, so I have been telling you guys that I was going to walk you through some of my workout. We rode here actually to my friend Lauren's. You guys met her in a previous video. So gyms are not really allowing us to go in and tape right now. I do have a lot of fitness equipment in my home that I use, but this is a bigger, wider space with a lot of fitness equipment. So I figured this would be a good place for us to ride and then tape some of my workout. A lot of you have asked me about my fitness regimen and what I do, and people have expressed that they don't understand how I have time to be a mom and be an attorney and own a business and get out and ride and work out. And the way that I do all of those things is that I make time for things that are important to me. So I carve out time in my day to work out. I carve out time to ride, because if I don't do those things, then I'm not as good of an attorney and I'm not as good of a mom. So I plan those things, and I specifically carve out time during my weekends, my evenings, and I make those things a priority. So those of you that have any fitness experience probably know that warming up is really important. So I usually always do a warm-up. I, over the years, have done all sorts of fitness programs. I've tried P90X and some of the Beachbody workouts. I used to actually be certified, and I used to teach like kickboxing and other aerobic classes at my gym, and I still love those when the gym's open. Have taken training for heavy lifting, things like that. But as a busy mom, I don't have as much time for that, and so I rely heavily on using things online, apps, and also YouTube, actually, for my workouts. So my favorite app is this app called Sweat, and there's a number of trainers you can select on the app, and there's a fairly low monthly fee for that. If you don't want to pay, there's plenty of YouTube channels, and I will link some of the YouTube channels in the description that I use a lot that are absolutely free of charge, and a lot of these address how to work out if you don't have heavy weights, using body resistance, things of that nature. I usually set my timer and do a warm-up, 2 minutes generally. So you can do jumping jacks anywhere. You don't have to have any equipment. You don't have to have any special training. You can do jumping jacks anywhere that you are. So that's a lot of people's excuse. They can't get to the gym. They don't have fitness equipment. You can do jumping jacks anywhere. So I'm also gonna do some like pretend jump rope since I don't have a jump rope on me. Put my hair up because it's all on my face. But generally I would do jump ropes. I'm just gonna do pretend jump rope. Go back into my app, Sweat, and select a workout. So one of my favorite trainers on Sweat is Stephanie Sanzo. So I like to do her workouts generally for leg days. This one is a leg, there goes my hammer. This one is a leg and glute workout. So for this workout you would need to have equipment obviously. But like I said, the app has a lot of different selections, so there's a lot of options that you don't need any equipment for. My hair's still giving me issues here. So the reason I love this app is it walks you through absolutely everything. So you just hit the start workout button. You can select a warm up. The app will take you through a warm up. I usually do no warm up because I do my own warm up. And then it counts you down. So obviously, if you don't know how to do fitness exercises, I do because I've been lifting for my whole life. But you can find that on YouTube too. You can find a lot of great instruction. So this was only 5 reps this time. Just gonna warm up in here. So my next set is 3, and this is just a warm-up round. So I'm gonna do more reps later on, but for now, do the warm-up round. And it does, this app builds in breaks. So it tells you when you're supposed to take a break. So it's letting me know this is the end of my break. Only 3 reps this time. Reps isn't a lot, but it's good to take a break, and the app builds in that time for you. That's the end of my warm-up sets. I'm gonna actually, before I start, I'm gonna put on a little bit heavier weights for my actual workout. Hip thrust. If you are not familiar with weightlifting, that is an exercise that primarily works your glute muscles, but it also works your hamstrings. And like I said, my legs are probably my favorite thing to work, maybe core as well. So I'm now going to work into some other accessory movements. This starts with step-ups, so I'm going to work on some step-ups. Probably from gymnastics. So it's important when I do this that I don't let my knee come over my toe. So I focus on that. Something else that I focus on, a lot of people comment on the fact that I've had 3 kids and I still have abdominal muscles. A huge part of that is I almost every time I work out, and sometimes when I do other things, do what's called the vacuum exercise. And you can look at that on YouTube if you want, but it's essentially tightening your abdominal muscles every way that you can while you're working out. So just being cognizant of constantly keeping your core engaged. And if you do that all the time, I mean, I do it in the car sometimes. I'm sitting at a traffic light and I think about like engaging my core. And that has helped me to maintain my abdominal muscles through 3 pregnancies. Focuses on glutes and hamstrings. Probably doesn't look like I'm working very hard, but it is actually hard work. Okay, so finished the 2 primary exercises, but there's some other exercises for some quick supersets. So I'm going to get started on those. My hair in my face is so short now, it doesn't want to go. This is a resistance band. These are really inexpensive and you can buy packs online, just on Amazon, and you can use them for almost anything as an alternative to weights.
A lot of you have commented on especially my videos with Jerry, saying that one of the reasons that I'm able to do so well on his course and be a good rider is that I am fit, and I would wholeheartedly agree with that. And you'll hear in a few minutes I talk about a time where I almost dropped my bike, but was able to catch it because I am fit and I have strong legs.
Change it, you know how.
So I'll use mirrors frequently when I'm working out so that I can make sure that my knees are not going over my toes, that I'm using proper form, I'm going low enough. Something else that I think is worth mentioning is that one of the reasons that I have been able to ride any bike that I got on is that I'm a fit person. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't fit. I wouldn't have had the ability to hold a 700-800 pound bike for any amount of time if I didn't have strong leg muscles. So I only have one more superset left, and gives me a 60-second break, but I probably won't take all of it. You absolutely should take breaks when you're working out, but I don't feel like I need this one. So this starts with some single leg glute bridges and donkey kicks.
Bring the funk back.
This again is working your glutes and hamstrings. gives me the option of doing a cool down. You should, but I'm gonna skip it because I usually do like a 5 to 10 minute ab workout. So I can use the app for sure, but I usually don't. I usually go to YouTube and find a trainer that does abs, or I go on Instagram. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of my own ab workout today. So another way that I've been able to maintain my abs through kids is I do a lot of resistance abs. So I do things besides crunches. I do things that work my obliques, my lower abs, my upper abs. So I think varying your ab workout really helps you to, one, keep at it, because nobody wants to do the same boring 100 crunches every day. And two, work different parts of your abdominal muscles, which give you a better overall effect. I actually still do a lot of abdominal moves from gymnastics. These are moves I learned when I was a gymnast, and I still continue to do them today. And they certainly help to keep my abs in great shape. So people call these a jackknife. We used to call them a V-up. I do a lot of ab bikes. Actually, if you do these slower, they're harder than if you do them more quickly. And then finally, something that I do a lot of that is really helpful is planks. So a lot of you probably know there's a traditional plank, but you can do a lot of varieties on a plank. You can be on your forearms. You can do a high plank when you're up on your hands. You can actually do an extended plank, which is really hard, very difficult. If your angle is not at a 90-degree angle, but is more open, that's really difficult. If you're really advanced, you can lift an arm or a leg. I do a lot of side planks, really works my abdominals. There's a lot of variations on side planks. You can lift your leg, spin, do lifts. So I do a lot of all of that, but even just holding a straight side plank takes a lot of strength, and you'll feel it all the way through your oblique muscles, which are the muscles on the sides of your abs. I'll do plank holds for a minute, 2 minutes. I've gotten crazy and done 10 minutes before, which sounds like a lot, but there's like, I think the guy that holds the world record, or maybe a woman now, it's something like 12 or 13 hours, which is like unbelievable. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, maybe learned a little bit, and maybe will give yourself an excuse to make time to do something that you love. And for me, that's riding and working out. Thanks.
This was some cool footage of us going on over a bridge on the way home that I thought would be cool to include. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on my two favorite things, riding and exercising, and I hope maybe it inspired some of you. Thanks a lot, ride safe, and don't forget to like and subscribe.